Hello, everyone, and welcome to another podcast. Let us agree to disagree. On today, everyone, there are a few things that we need to discuss. This there's a couple of things that that are going on that we don't understand. Now, we have talked many times. We have discussed this. We hear this from so many different sources. We hear this all the time. Everything that we've been taught has been a lie. Everything that we have been taught has been a lie. But yet, we still continue to participate. There is information being given to everyone, and the choice is, no, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. And we want a better situation. We want a better life. We want things better, but we're not getting it because we're still thinking about the polls. We're still believing that one day, maybe one day, we're going to keep voting. We're going to keep doing what we're doing because one day it's going to change. Indoctrination is real. We can't keep believing that this government is going to do what they say they're going to do because they're not. Come on, y'all. We're finding out that the food that we're getting from Walmart, Food Lion, or wherever else, unless it's very expensive, is doing what? Killing us. We are going along to get along, but yet we hate the system. We will not help each other. We will not do what we need to do to improve our lives because we've been taught to fight each other. So what are we going to do? Stop fighting each other. Drop the guard. Everybody can't go. Y'all have heard me say that. Everybody can't go. There are some people that love the street. They will stay in the street. They will not. They will act like they're good and they will stab you in the back. Yes. So what? They have to be vetted. They got to be weeded out. Everybody can't go. But who wants a better life? Who wants to do this situation better? Right now, y'all, let's talk about this White Lives Matter. Now, so many people, I'm pretty sure, so many different angles, so much Hollywood discussion, and so much, tomfoolery is going on right now, and podcasters that have a lot of, people are getting 100 million thousand views just to speak about, Kanye West and what's her name, Candace Owens. The reason that they said White Lives Matter is, where do you think their money is coming from right now? White lives. Republican Party, anybody? They are wearing White Lives Matter because guess what? Candace Owens is not getting any money from anybody black. Kanye West, out of everything, how do you think he became a billionaire? To them two people, white lives matter. And they're only in front of you to teach you that white lives matter. They want to talk to you and get you to be on their side because guess what? That's the plan. Do you know how many black people probably do support Candace Owens and Kanye? And if they didn't, guess what? They gave them time to indoctrinate them to believe what they're believing. That's why you're getting so many black Republicans. What did I say, y'all? The winning team. Black people do what? They join the winning team because the Democrats is the losing team. So why would I want to keep messing with the losing team? I'm going to go jump on the side because guess what? They're making me believe that I'm winning. If you don't have money, you're not a part of the winning team. You are not a part of the winning team if you are sitting here saying, I'm a Republican, I'm a Republican. No, you're just a Republican. You're not getting none of those benefits that the con man and Candace Owens are getting. How many poor Republicans do you really know? And I'm not talking about those ones that's dressing good and still broken and talking real good and still broke. I'm talking about real Republicans. Y'all have heard me say this before, and I'm going to say it again and again. All Republican states are poor states, but they dress to the T. All of them have a surplus in each state. And I'm talking Republican states, but they have all the money. But they are poor states. I told you, y'all, there's money in poverty. But we're not believing that. As the brother Papa Duck says, we the ones that buy everything. We buy everything. They just sell it. We keep buying, they're gonna keep the money flowing. We stop buying, they don't get no money flowing. But we've been talking about it so much, please do not think that they don't have a counter. Do not think that these people that are the worst that the world has to offer, and it's all over the world, not just here, does not have a counter for go ahead and try it. I want you to stop doing this. I want you to stop doing that. We've been saying it in front of them too long. Y'all, come on now. There has to be a better way. There has to be a better plan. Candace Owens and Kanye, Con Man, wore those shirts because to them, white lives matter. I didn't listen to what he had to defend. I didn't listen to whatever she may have to say. We already knew about her anyway. Understand when I tell you about the concept of the winning team. Republicans, the winning team, because guess what? They use Christianity first as a moral standard, but they are liars, just like the Democrats. They're all liars. And guess what? I wanted to talk about this abortion thing too, because guess what? No matter how much you do or what you say, no matter how much the signs, or no matter how much you go down that street, no matter how much my sisters scream and yell, they're going to make their decision. And if you think that you're going to vote it out, maybe this is a wake-up call for black, white, Hispanic, or whoever, especially the women, to find out that your vote is only nothing but a right, not a voice. When are we going to stop believing that voting is our voice? Because if it is, guess what? We ain't said nothing in a very long time, and a lot of people been voting their whole lives. Lies. Let's move on, y'all. Let's teach the children not curriculum, but common sense. Do you know how well and how indoctrinated we are with curriculum? And that's all we want in our lives? Curriculum? curriculum, when I say curriculum, understand when we're talking about school, we're talking about church, we're talking about a job, everything is by a curriculum. And that's how we live our lives, by a curriculum. Nobody is understanding, and when I talk about indoctrination, that everything we do is by curriculum. But nothing is common sense. See, that's when people that slow down, take their time, and start. See, when you're rushing is when you don't use your common sense. But when you take your time, think it through, slow down, you make better decisions. That's not what they want. That's not what they need. I shared on Facebook. Please go to my page. And like I said, I listened to this brother, Papa Duck from Georgia, and it was an article. I looked it up. It's true. Rockefeller started and controlled education, and the education from elementary school to college is made to produce workers, not entrepreneurs, not free thinkers, workers. And that is why Rockefeller paid the millions that he paid way back when. And it's the same education system now. And we're going to get our children up in the morning and we're going to send them to school. When do we fight back? When I don't want any child right now not to know these facts and learn about them in their 50s, 40s, and 50s like I did. They need this information now. Teach them common sense, not curriculum, because curriculum will be kindergarten to 12th grade, to the job, to the grave. Curriculum. Curriculum. We have to teach common sense. That's why there always has to be an order of service in church. But wait a minute, some people put on the program, especially non-denominational, it is controlled by flow of Holy Spirit. I will say that. But curriculum nonetheless. We need to get away from curriculum and get to common sense. Because a lot of us still stuck with curriculum and have no idea of common sense. Now, I'm going to talk to y'all about this thing right here. This is crazy. Now, I look at the news. I try to see what's happening. I know they lie and, all this stuff, but, I try to keep up with it to be abreast of what's happening. Now, this might be me. I don't know. I'm asking you. Now, this job situation that's going on. They're saying we're going into a recession, right? They say if the Feds keep doing what they're doing, it's going to be a recession. Now, they're saying that jobs are laying off. Certain jobs are laying off. They're slowing down on hiring and stuff like that, right? Now, I'm in North Carolina. They just said, now this is probably all over the world, there are 800,000 manufacturing jobs available right now. Okay, wait a minute. Now, in 1 minute, you're telling me, okay, we're heading to a recession. Everything is slowing down. Unemployment is going to go back up. because the feds are, the gas is just going back up. It's crazy how fast it's going, y'all. I'm telling you, I hate these people. How? Now this is, I'm telling y'all the truth. The gas was $3.12, I think Tuesday. It is now $3.47, and this is regular. And I'm sitting here like, it didn't jump that fast before when we were going, when I was spending about $200 per month on gas. Now it's getting ready to go right back by the holidays. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get an understanding of this thing. Now, you're telling me that we laid off, they're going to be laying off. You're saying that they're slowing down on hiring, but there's a whole lot of jobs available. Maybe in certain, now I know tech here in Raleigh. I'm in Hope Mills, but the tech situation is, they're slowing down and stuff like that and laying off. But if we're heading for a recession and you're telling me that there's a whole lot of jobs, but jobs are slowing down on hiring, okay, all right. Somewhere my common sense has to sit in and say, okay, somebody's lying. Something's going on here. It can't, all of this confusion can't be what it really, what it really is. This is just not common sense. So how, somewhere in there it's supposed to be, this is the direction. This is what's happening. This is where we're going to go. But no, that's not what we're getting. So I've been, the way they, if they do it, if they raise it in November, then they raise it again in December. I don't know what Christmas is going to look like. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford the food. And guess what? Boy, everybody going to be processed by the time this is over with, because we can't get together and go get some grass fed. So the only people that are going to get grass-fed food is going to be the people that have money. Do you see what I'm saying? This is crazy. Everybody that has money is warning and saying, hey, you better start a company, or you better start doing something. You have to do something. The dumbest thing I heard was, and I've been hating this for years, man, a person that's not making enough money majority of the time to put gas in their tank after getting paid, somebody says to them, you got to start saving money. Shut the hell up. You got to come up with a better solution. If a person is living paycheck to paycheck, stop telling them you got to start saving money. And I'm not talking about going out fast food shopping and stuff like that. That is the dumbest thing in the world, to tell somebody you need to save some money. I had a conversation with my job, with guy on my job, and he said, well, they better start saving them some of that money, to be getting in this overtime. Now see, I said, there you go. I said, you talking like them. I said, now like anybody else, that this daggone thing happened with inflation and tore us up. Tore everybody up. You holding on to something, but you wasn't holding on to, what you were holding on to before all this BS happened. So how you going to tell somebody, that the food went up, gas going back up, to save money? You know what they said? Well, you're right. You make a point. Indoctrination, y'all. Your employer stands in front of you and says these things so you can start to believe it and live by it. How many people do you know go safety first in their house and it's at your job? I heard the safety man that we had, he said, you're supposed to do this stuff in your home. So, my God. And then I met, black man, the greatest safety man that never was. Of course, we got into it. I said, you do this at home. He got quiet. That's why I said I'm not going to be that 50-year-old that's telling everybody to go along to get along. When is this going to change, y'all? When are we going to start voicing? I would love for a TV station to come put that microphone in my face. They might not play it, but they're going to put this thing in the archives after I get finished, or they may walk away from me. I don't care. You're not going to sit here and tell me that I'm supposed to look at lying campaigns of everybody lying, they all liars, and then that's my option to vote? You're telling me that the feds are raising the prices on everything. Right now is this gas. I haven't been to look at the food yet, but I see the food. It's look like it's still going up. And you're telling me, and these liars saying, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna tell them that they're not gonna do this anymore. You're gonna be part of the problem because you're gonna go along with it. Everything is agenda. None of these lying sons of bitches that are getting ready to get into these things are gonna be telling the truth. They don't have the power to take care of you and do what they said they're supposed to do because they have to do what the party wants them to do. They're keeping us confused. We can't walk down a straight line because our eyes are crossed. We don't see straight. When do we fight? When do we get mad, disrespectful? That's why I love wearing my shirt. I got to get a long sleeve. That was, to get a little cool. Like I said, I love to go places. I went to the college with it. I go down to downtown Fayetteville where all the people go. I want you to understand that I hate politics and I hate politicians. You need to feel every piece of this disrespect. Lying to people. Acting like you helping me. When all you doing is lining your pockets and taking care of your family to make sure your children's children. I'm not doing this so you could be good from now till next Sunday. This isn't a sermon. This is our lives got to change. We got to look at this thing differently. After you get out of church, come talk to me. There has to be a fight in you. They work us to death. I was good. I'm back to 6 days. Oh, that's good. That's good. We work him to death so he won't get on here. No, I'm always going to get on here. And I'm always going to tell you to look at it differently. Do something different. Don't do what they told you to do. We got to change the information our children are getting now. Not this, you got to get an education. You got to get an education because that white person, Rockefeller, only want people to work and make the billionaires more money. Everybody, they trying to drive us crazy. They trying to drive us crazy. You hear me? They trying to make us lose our minds. Why do you think? You see so many, well, it hasn't been in a while, but people go into job place and you understand what I'm saying? Go into job place, shooting people up and all this other stuff. All this put together, man, makes us lose our minds. If we don't have nobody to talk to, we don't have nobody to vent to, there's nobody understanding, what's going on with us. Because what? We can't trust nobody. My one of my coworkers said to me one time, he said, Dwight, because we were working like 7 days, we were going for a minute. It was about 2 months All of us looking halfway dead and crazy. And he said, when you go home, do you ever think that, you're missing out on life? Because when some of your friends call you and, they be like, hey, man, we over here, blah, blah, blah. You can come on and hang out. And, he said, you got to go to work the next day, so you got to pass. He said, man, don't you feel like you're missing out on life? This is 150 trillion. I said, if I had friends, yeah. I said, if I had friends to do that with, friends, then I said, yeah, I would feel like I was missing out, but I don't have any, so. I have a few. But the way he was talking, he has a whole squad. I have a few. But we all working. They working the way I'm working. Y'all, I've gotten away from it, but we're going to have to keep talking about this mental health, and we're going to have to keep talking about this for the rest of our lives, y'all. This is real. This mental health stuff is real talk, real deal. There ain't nobody checking out. Oh, no. Because there's a fight for knowledge, wisdom. Tell people to stop doing curriculum and start using common sense. When these young people, and this is where I'm going to end at, y'all. When right now, these young people that are getting ready to graduate out of high school, and everybody's not going to go to college, they need to know to not go through what we went through. And how's that? Now they're going to learn about the lie. Now they're going to need to learn to know not to get that money and waste it, because they're not thinking about the future. They're only thinking about right then and there, like we did. Some of us didn't. Some of us did. The majority of us did. Some of us didn't. Real talk. Are we really not going to tell our children the truth right now, that you're only in school because they want you to work for them? And some families tell the truth. Some of them are in good position to give their children jobs in the company or whatever the case may be. But the other ones need to know they need to get that money and make it better, make their lives better. They don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Do we tell our children now the truth? Or do they have to wait till they are our age to find out what the truth is? Because with all the information going around, that's not being discussed. They're getting ready to get up tomorrow and go to school because guess what? We tell them, you need an education. Everybody, thank you for joining me. And I pray that your week improves, your life gets better, and everything that you put your hands to prospers and increases. God bless you, everybody.
I am leaving this place now, letting go of all my fears, saying goodbye to the memories I hold dear. I can finally breathe again. It's a new day, farewell past. As I close this chapter, I say free It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together.
I will trust in you, your thoughts and plans of me, they are good, and I will wait on you. I know that you will see me through, and even in the darkness, you will be my light, and even when I'm hopeless, you will be my guide. So I will not be shaken, I will not be moved, and even in the chaos, I know that you're good. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together. Yes, you're the keeper, the protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together. Holds us together. You're the keeper. Oh, yes, you are. It is only you. When everything else fails us, it is you that holds us together. You're the keeper. You're the protector. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together. People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is a faith to hear the diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. People get ready, there's a train to Jordan. Picking up